Hey everyone, it's Saturday, July 11th, 2026, and boy, this summer is really flying by fast. I'm back here in the tropics and I guess that's going to segue briefly into my video, and I'm going to try and keep this video brief today because I want to share more of these videos and not use up too much of the time. So let me get right on into it. The first thing we're going to look at right now is the weather satellite, the visible satellite image of the state of Florida, which is where I live and quite a few people that I know live. So just looking down here, you can really see that we are starting to really get some action down here over the southern part of Florida here and the Florida Keys. Look at this. Let me see if I can bring out my annotation here and I'll show you. Look at this. This is clearly, I'm going to do some bars here because that's what this is. This this is a trough of low pressure, and what it is basically it's kind of like this. Think about this. Here's the atmospheric pressure, and like there's a dip right here, but it's not. It's think about it as going from like this. It's dipping. The air pressure is dipping in this area, and so you have air rising over South Florida and the Keys. It's like, and also it's where air is coming together and rising. Air is coming in from the west and northwest, and then from the south and southeast. And so it's just kind of going up like, well, the wrong thing here. Just think of it, it's rising like this along this trough axis, they call it. This is just your rising air. And forget about the direction on the map here. This is supposed to be going upward towards the sky. It's just rising in this area. And that's what happens. That's what has to happen in the atmosphere to get thunderstorm development. And right now, over my neck of the woods, let me see if I can scroll up. Whoa, too far. Well, let's look at this real quick. Let me point something out here. We have an active weather pattern really for the summer right now going across the mid-south and the oh my goodness, the Appalachian mountain range. So just think of this. We have like a frontal boundary right here. This is this is a cold front. Yeah, here in July. Pretty unusual to have a cold front this far south in July. And so it's triggering up some showers and thunderstorms. That's supposed to be thunderstorm symbols, but I'm doing a very, very bad job of that. The zigzagging is supposed to be lightning. Right now, you can clearly see, well, for those of you who aren't familiar with weather maps, you see how these white clouds are starting to really bubble in this area right here, going from about areas just north and east of Atlanta over towards Greenville, Spartanburg, and then towards Charlotte. Actually, Charlotte's just seeing some cloud cover now, no rain, but thunderstorms are starting to pop up between Greenville and Columbia in South Carolina, and they're starting to bubble up in northeastern Georgia too. And there's some storms also firing along the Appalachian Mountain, southern Appalachians around Knoxville, Tennessee, going towards Chattanooga, over here in the Little Debbie factory of Collegedale, and then up here in Sevierville and Gatlinburg, getting some thunderstorms this early afternoon. And down here in Florida, where I live, and south and across South Georgia, there's not a whole lot going on just yet. It's just really, really hot. And you can see these cumulus clouds right here. See all that? Those are just typical summertime cumulus clouds. Right here in north central Florida, where I live, this whole area here, you see a lot of sunshine and you think, oh man, we're not going to get any rain today at all. But this is exactly what it looked like yesterday. And we had some big time thunderstorms pop up. In fact, one of them hit the Gainesville airport and brought a wind gust of 66 miles per hour around 3:40, between 3:45 and 4:15 yesterday afternoon. So that was quite a storm, and the place where I work was actually 3 or 4 miles to the west of that, so we didn't actually get in on that storm action. But as as this is what I kind of predict. See how the Gulf Coast sea breeze is coming in right there, right into Taylor and Levy and Dixie counties. You can think of this as like a little miniature cool front coming in off the Gulf. You can also see that right here. You can see just a little faint boundary there. That's the Atlantic sea breeze right there coming in from the Atlantic. So we got east-southeast winds like this, and then you have west-northwest winds coming in like that. I can tell you from experience when that happens, we start to get a good bubble up of thunderstorms right in this little kidney-shaped area here. Basically from Lake County, like around Eustis and Umatilla, all the way up through Ocala, Ocklawaha, Gainesville, Lake Butler, going up towards Alachua and High Springs, over here towards Stark, and let's see, what's the other places? Hampton, over here towards Interlochen, Interlochen, I guess how the people locals would say it, Interlochen, and then over here in Waldo, and then all the little towns and cities in between. So there's definitely going to be some heavy activity. We might even get some localized severe storms with hail and damaging winds. And I'm hoping it doesn't hit my neighborhood because the power goes out real easy in Gainesville. So let me just scroll out of this for a minute and let's take a look at the national weather map on the National Weather Service website. You can see there is a lot of red flag warnings out here and heat advisories across the upper Intermountain West, going across the Midwest. And this is excessive heat advisories across most of Florida except the Western Panhandle. And yes, like I was saying, this is going, thunderstorms are all going to fill in a lot of Florida this afternoon, and then across South Carolina, Georgia, southeastern North Carolina, maybe even southeast Alabama. And so let me look at this just before I go. Let me show you what's going on in the tropical Atlantic and Pacific. Pacific's where it's at right now. There's a feature right there that's developing into a tropical storm. This looks like another one right here. And then there's this one feature that I was talking about 4 days ago when I did my last update. We saw something spinning right here, and then I thought it would be developing south of the Gulf of Tehuantepec. That's the feature right there, but it doesn't look too promising anymore. Another thing I'd like to draw your attention to, look at this cloud pattern across South Florida, Western Cuba, and the Keys. That is the surface trough in the jet stream. Like I was saying, it's an elongated area where the pressure is dipped. It's like a valley of low pressure, and so that attracts rising air and thunderstorm activity. As you can see across the main development region in the Caribbean, wow, it just can't get more dry and stable than that. Let's just put the big words dry and stable. See, you need to get a hurricane to develop, you need unstable air and moist air. I didn't spell that right. Whatever. I don't care. So no development across the Atlantic. If we do see any development in the next 2 weeks, it is probably going to be in one of two areas. Probably going to be here or there, or kind of more or less in this area. So I don't think strong hurricanes are going to be a problem this year. At least a lot of them might get one isolated strong hurricane somewhere across the Atlantic basin this year, but more than likely it's going to be out in open pasture land here of the ocean, I guess. Not a very good analogy there, but or it might be the very southern or southeastern Gulf of Mexico, maybe through the Florida Keys or something. That's the only thing I can, or maybe the very northeastern Gulf where the water temperatures are very hot right now. If we get like a high pressure loft and we get a hurricane right here, that could be a problem in like September, October. So let's hope that doesn't happen. So anyway, that's all I have to say right now. I will check back with you guys on Monday and we'll see what the weather's doing. All right. Talk to you later. Bye. Oops. Bye.